Podolsky, your quizmaster for this game between Ridgemont School 1 and Lisgar School 2. Players, introduce yourselves, please, starting with Ridgemont.
Tony Nero, Jeff Clement, Mike Lauren, Derek Evans.
Lisgar?
Alpha Shine.
Sean Mallet.
John Rogers.
Thank you. We'll play 3 rounds of questions with a minute break between each round. Now, if the scorekeeper is ready, let's begin round 1. 40 points snap to start round 1. Caviar comes from what fish?
Sturgeon.
Sturgeon, right. In which city would I find the Palazzo Farnese? Tony?
Venice.
Wrong. Lisgar? John?
Florence.
Wrong. Rome. What is a more common name for varicella, which most often affects children? Varicella? Lotfi?
Chickenpox.
Right. By what process is milk or cream solidified into butter? Lotfi?
Fermentation.
Wrong. Ridgemont? Churning. 30-point open question, Canadian history. Queen Victoria's choice of Ottawa as the capital in 1857 came as a disappointment to 4 other cities who felt they were just as much in the running. Name the 4. Alfred?
Kingston, York.
Ridgemont? Derek?
Quebec City, Montreal, York, and Kingston.
Do we accept the old name for Toronto?
Yeah, I think
yeah.
so.
Okay.
I think they changed it by that time, but we'll accept it.
All right. When the capital was chosen, the Queen's selection met with the approval of the British Prime Minister of the day. What was his name? Alfred?
Disraeli.
Wrong. Ridgemont? Okay. Viscount Palmerston. How did Ottawa get its name, and what is the significance of the name? John?
Named after the Ottawa Indians.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Ottawa Indians.
Yeah.
Ottawa Indian, right. 30-point open question on architecture. The Aberdeen Pavilion is the oldest surviving 19th century exhibition hall in North America, built in 1898. It now houses the livestock during the Central Canada exhibition held in what city? John?
Winnipeg.
Wrong. Ridgemont? Derek?
Montreal.
Wrong. Ottawa. This heritage structure with its domes and fancy metalwork is due for an $8.8 million restoration. Some architects compare it to the Duomo in Florence, Italy, while others think it was inspired by what famous glass exhibition hall designed for the Sean?
The Crystal Palace.
Right. For its day, the Aberdeen Pavilion was a feat in engineering. It took only 2 months to erect the trusses, cover them with wood, and the outer covering of decorative metal. It was an early example of what present-day construction technique? Okay, prefabrication is the answer. Team question. In this 2-part team question, whoever gets the scramble gets a chance to answer the rest of the questions. Who was the dictator of the Soviet Union from 1929 until he... John?
Joseph Stalin.
Right. Lisgar now gets the chance to answer the questions. Stalin's real name was Yugashvili. He later adopted the name Stalin because he felt it described his strong character and his determination in the pursuits of the Communist Party. What is the English translation of the name Stalin? John?
Man of Steel.
Correct. When he was 33, Stalin was the editor of the Communist Party newspaper for a brief time. It is still published today. What was its name? John?
Pravda.
Right. At the time of his death, Stalin was planning a purge of many of his associates and Kremlin doctors he no longer trusted. But he very conveniently succumbed before the threat could be carried out. What did the medical report list as cause of death? John?
Natural causes.
I don't think we can take that, can we?
No.
Brain hemorrhage. 40-point open question, geometric figures. For both teams, I'll give you the number of sides on a polygon, and you give me the specific name of that figure. 5 sides?
Pentagon?
Pentagon, right? 8 sides? Derek,
Octagon.
right? 4 sides? Alfred,
Quadrilateral?
right? 10 sides? Derek,
Dodecahedron.
No.
wrong? Luffy,
Decagon?
right. Open question on words. Listen carefully to the sentence I read. Write it down. Rearrange the letters, and when you have them in their proper order, you'll find the name of a Canadian province. First one is, drawn CPR line is dead. To which province does that remark lead? Derek?
Prince Edward Island.
Right. Next one, on Via Coast. John?
Nova Scotia.
Right. 80-point assigned question on Bible quotes. Here is an assigned question on Bible quotes in which each member of each team is assigned a 10-point question. If you miss your question, then your counterpart in the opposing team will have a chance at it for 5 points. Complete the following quotes from the Bible. Team Ridgemont. Tony, in Ecclesiastes, it is said, there is no new thing under...
Heaven.
Wrong. Nothing?
The sun?
Right.
5 points for Lisgar.
Next one, Jeff. In Job, we read, escaped with the skin.
Untouched.
Alfred?
On the bones?
Wrong. Of my teeth. I always thought it was by the skin, but. Next one, for Mike. Deuteronomy gives us, the quote is, the apple of...
My eye.
What did you say again?
My eye.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's his eye, but
Yeah.
take my eye. The last one, Derek. The book of Proverbs warns us, quote, the way of transgressors is...
Through sinners.
John?
To hell.
It says hard. This one is for Lisgar, same rules. First one is for Lotfi. Ecclesiastes tells us, quote, to everything there is...
Because?
Wrong. Tony? A season. Alfred? From the first Samuel, quote, a man after his own...
Heart?
Correct. From the book of Psalms, Sean, a quote, as far as the east is from... Correct. And John, finally, from Leviticus, quote, love thy neighbor.
As I love thyself.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
As you love thyself. As
Yeah,
you love thyself.
As thyself.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's judgment there. Okay. Yeah.
Would
Got
you
it right.
speak into the microphone?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. Okay, open question on pseudonyms for both teams. By what names are the following authors more commonly known? What was the pen name of William Sidney Porter, an American whose short... Derek? Correct. Amandine Aurore Dudevant, also known for her relationship with Chopin, borrowed what pen name from one of her lovers? George Sand. Next question. Mary Ann Evans used what masculine name on such novels as Silas Marner and Middlemarch to conceal her sex? Sean?
George Eliot.
Right. Snap break to end the round. What are the names of the 2 Montreal commercial aviation airports? John?
Dorval and Mirabel.
Right. And what former NHL referee wrote a book calling the shots? Mike?
Hood.
Right. How many slices of bread are there in a club sandwich? Derek? Wrong.
3.
3 is right. In 880 BC, the Spartans lost the Battle of Thermopylae against whom? John?
Persians.
Right. And 1 minute break to round 2. I start to round 2. Pollster Alan Gregg is associated with which research company? John?
Thanks, Reed.
And,
No.
Ridgemont? Decima. The acronym PCB means what? Tony?
Polychlorinated bivalent.
Right? What was St. Paul's name before his conversion? Alfred?
Saul.
Okay, Saul of Tarsus. Oran is the second largest.
Algeria. Sorry.
Correct.
Yeah.
Who am I? 40 points if you get it on the first clue. 10 points less for each additional clue. I was born in the year 1632 in the city of York, and as a young boy I had a great longing for the sea. But when on my first voyage the ship almost sank in a storm off England, I vowed never to leave the land again. Who am I? Alfred?
John Newton. John Newton.
No. Next clue. But I was never able to resist the lure of the sea. On a second voyage, I was captured by Turkish pirates and held prisoner as a slave. Eventually escaping from my captors, I sailed overseas to Brazil, where I became a successful planter. Who am I?
Juan Valdez.
Wrong. Next clue. Off to sea once more, the ship this time met disaster when it broke apart on a coral reef off a small uninhabited island near South America. This was to be my last voyage to sea for more than 28 years. Who am I? Last clue. I lived alone on the island, surviving only by my own ingenuity and sharing my solitary life with wild goats and later one companion. Right?
Robinson Crusoe.
Right. Okay. 30-point open question on sports. Which outstanding major league pitcher performed the almost unthinkable back in 1928 by pitching 2 consecutive no-hitters? John?
Fight of blue.
I'm sorry.
Fight of
No.
blue.
No, 1928. For Ovida was 91. Derek? No, Johnny Vandermeer. What athlete represented Canada in pole vaulting at the 1936 Olympics and in the same year began his professional hockey career with the Toronto Maple Leafs, winning the Calder Memorial Trophy as the NHL's best first-year player?
Frank
Coffee?
Wowlich.
No? Ridgemont? Okay, still apps. James Crowley, Elmer Layden, Harry Stalder, and Don Miller have gone down in history as one of the best football backfields ever to grace the gridiron. Famous sports writer Grantland Rice gave them a nickname that remains even to this day as a symbol of football prowess, the Four Horsemen. For which powerhouse U.S. college team? Lotfi?
Notre Dame.
Right. 30-point open question on Canadian history. Who was the first woman federal member of parliament? Derek?
Murphy.
No. Agnes MacPhail?
Oh, okay,
Oh,
Lisgar.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll give Lisgar
Lisgar.
later time break.
Okay. The world's first hockey broadcast heard on radio took place in 1923. Who was the broadcaster? Mike?
Foster Hewitt.
Right. Who composed O Canada in 1880? Alfred?
Scott.
Wrong. I don't think. Say it again.
Scott.
No.
Wrong. Calixa Lavallee. 40-point open question. A in geography. All correct answers begin with the letter A. This lake is Canada's 8th largest and is found in northern.
Athabasca.
Correct.
I
Oh.
was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought you were.
Yeah.
But your light wasn't on.
Yeah, okay. The Ridgemont team, what's the, you can listen to the whole question because I screwed
This
it up.
lake is Canada's 8th largest and is found in northern Saskatchewan. Mike?
Lake Athabasca.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, the light didn't match. And Lisgar, you had the right answer, but during the playoffs, I'll be the judge and I'll be watching the lights, and it's the lights.
But,
Yeah.
sir, doesn't the person ask the person with the light anyways?
Well, the quizmaster made a mistake.
I didn't ask.
I did have one.
Yeah, but he said it.
But he
before I
said
had
it,
a
you see.
chance to
Yeah, but doesn't she ignore him and just ask the person with the light
But
anyways?
how can you ignore him when he says the answer out loud?
No, you see, that's why.
No, but the thing is that you still have to.
No. See, Lotfi, you had the light, and if somebody else on your team yells out the answer, even if you've got the light, that team, your team has.
That is considered a team answer.
Yeah, that's no.
If that's the team answer, then we.
Yeah, then they were.
No, it's the person with the buzzer has to answer the.
Yeah, but she didn't even
Well,
chance
there's no opportunity
to
to
answer the
try to
question.
answer this.
No, it was Sean's mistake.
That's fine.
I was under the impression that the.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because she said your name, but unfortunately.
No,
It
I
was a
didn't say
mistake.
any name. I just
Oh.
looked up to see who had the
Yeah,
light, and
yeah.
Sean said that.
Okay,
he
right.
out loud.
Okay, get it. Like what happens is, in the playoffs, everybody's madly. They're good teams. Everybody will be madly buzzing in, and whoever's got the light is the person who must answer. If somebody else answers the question, but it's and even if it's right, that team has disqualified itself. It happened to us in one game in the playoffs many years ago. We lost by 5 points or 10 points. You know,
Okay, in what
it's the way it
region of
goes. Okay.
In what region of Nova Scotia are most of its apple orchards found? Lotfi?
Tinglish?
Ridgemont? Derek?
Indianapolis.
Right. This Quebec island, one of Canada's largest, is located in the Gulf of... John?
Anticosti?
Correct. What is Canada's northernmost community? Alfred?
Alert?
Right. 30-point open question, word puzzles. What letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning, quote, mean, base, or disreputable to create a second word meaning slack, not busy? Lotfi?
Yes.
What are the words?
No. That's correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess S if you don't know.
What letter must be added to the beginning of a Spanish word meaning river to create a second Italian word meaning vigor or vivacity? Derek?
L.
Wrong. Lisgar? Lotfi?
T?
Wrong. Letter is B. What letter must be added to the beginning of a word meaning any downy coating as on plants to create a second word meaning to make a sudden, sharp, distinct sound? Derek?
S.
Right. 40-point open question, Canadiana. The following questions deal with Canadian history. What was the name of the native people among whom the Jesuit missionary Jean de Brebeuf established Sean?
Hurons?
Right. Which Norwegian explorer sailed from east to west? Derek? Wrong. I'll finish the question. From east to west in the Northwest Passage in 1903 to 1906. Lisgar? Sean?
Frobisher?
No. Amundsen. What do we call the period during which the sale of alcoholic beverages was prohibited? Derek? Right. The notion of autonomy for Canada and equality of status with Britain was embodied in which 1931 statute? Sean?
BNA Act?
Wrong. Ridgemont?
Statue of Westminster.
Right. Open question on history. 1989 marks several anniversaries of various...
200th of the storming of Bastille?
No. I'll finish the question, and Ridgemont has the chance to answer. 1989 marks several anniversaries of various important events in Canadian history. The following questions will test your knowledge. In 1939, who was the first reigning monarch to visit Canada? Ridgemont? Derek?
Edward VIII.
Wrong. No, that was both teams, so I don't want it. 110 years ago, in 1879, the national policy came into effect in Canada, placing protective tariffs on foreign goods. Which prime minister was responsible for the national policy? Derek?
McDonald.
Right. One person was killed in an armed charge by the RCMP 70 years ago during a general strike. In what Canadian city, Derek?
Winnipeg.
Right. 40 years ago, this man became the premier of the new province of Newfoundland, a post he held until 1972. Derek?
Harp.
Wrong. I'll finish the question. Name this man. Lisgar? Sean?
Joey Smallwood.
Right. A snap break to end the round. In a typical orchestra seating plan, which two wind instruments sit at the front of the wind? Derek?
Flutes and the clarinets. Flutes and clarinets.
No. Ridgemont, Lisgar, sorry.
So can you finish the first question?
Which sit at the front of the wind section? Alfred?
Flutes and second flutes.
No, flutes and oboes. St. George's is the capital of what island? Derek?
St. Vincent.
Wrong. Lisgar? Grenada. A recent Southern News study reported that 1 in every how many Canadian adults is functionally illiterate? John?
4.
Correct. Which bird, because they often scavenge small, bright objects, are nicknamed thieves? Sean?
Magpie.
Right. 1 minute break until round 3.
Good. The score is the first tiebreaker for Lisgar.
Tiebreaker for Lisgar. What Canadian economist and humorist wrote, "Golf may be played on Sunday, not being a game within view of the law, but being a form of moral effort"? Lisgar?
No. It's a judgment.
Stephen Leacock.
Right.
Nobody bugs it.
Round 3.
It's a matter of
A 40-point snap start. What is the measure of the brightness of a celestial object? Derek? No. Lisgar? Sean?
Luminosity.
No. Magnitude. Which is the largest union of Canada, in Canada, at around 300,000 members? Derek?
Steelworkers.
Wrong. Lisgar? John?
Canadian Auto Workers.
No. QP. Which film cleaned up at the 1988 Genies, winning Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, and 10 other awards? Alfred?
The Last Emperor.
Wrong. Ridgemont? Okay.
Last.
Wrong. Nzulanwi. What recreational organization did Juliet Gordon Lowe establish in the U.S. in 1912? Alfred?
YMCA.
Wrong. Ridgemont? Okay, the Girl Scouts. 34 team question, 35 points. Scramble for 5 points. What actor played the part of Chauncey Gardner in the film Being There?
Peter Sellers.
Right. Lisgar has the chance to answer. Name the 1964 film in which Sellers played 3 roles. Group captain.
Dr. Strangelove.
Right. The director of Dr. Strangelove later went on to direct such noted films as 2001: A Space Odyssey and A Clockwork Orange. Name him.
Stanley Kubrick.
Right. And Sellers was probably best known for his portrayals of chief groups.
Inspector Clouseau.
Well, since this is only directed at Lisgar.
That's it. It's the wrong answer. You see, a team question, you should wait for the whole question, okay?
Who directed each of the films? All right. 40-point open question on isotopes. Deuterium is a hydrogen isotope with 1 proton and 1 neutron and an atomic mass of 2. What is the name of the hydrogen isotope? Derek? Wrong. I'll finish the question. With 2 neutrons and 1 proton, Lisgar?
Tritium?
Tritium is right. How many electrons would the hydrogen isotope tritium have? Lutfi?
1.
Correct. Chlorine also has different isotopes. Chlorine 35 has 17 protons and 18 neutrons. How many neutrons are present in chlorine 37? Derek?
19.
Correct.
Uh,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
no.
Oh, 20.
20.
Okay, yeah, Alfred, you got the points. I'd say simultaneous, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Name the element that normally has 9 protons and 10 neutrons and has an isotope with 9 protons and 12 neutrons. Alfred?
Carbon? Carbon?
No.
Derek?
Xenon.
Wrong.
Fluorine.
Canadian?
That's the answer.
It's fluorine.
Identify the following Canadian singers. Which singer-pianist was the leading songwriter and major onstage personality of the former rock band from Lutfi?
Bert Cummings?
Right. Which folk singer has won numerous Juno Awards, both as a singer and composer, and is best known for the composition Canadian Railroad Trilogy? Mike?
Gordon Lakeland.
Right. One of the world's leading contraltos who has sung in concerts and operas with choirs and orchestras all over the world, from Canada to China. Buffett?
Paul Anka?
Wrong. Ridgemont? Okay, Maureen Forrester, contralto. Okay, 40-point open question on history. What was the family name of the line of kings that ruled England from 1154 to 1399, Sean?
Plantagenet.
Right. The Plantagenet dynasty began with Henry II, son of Matilda and Geoffrey. When Henry died in 1189, his son, who had led the Third Crusade, became king. What was his name? Sean?
Richard.
Right.
Right. Richard's younger brother John succeeded him and ruled from 1199 to 1216. During his reign, King John lost most of England's French possessions, as well as being forced to issue a document which in Latin means, Sean?
The Great Charter.
No.
That's not the question. I'll finish for Richard.
No.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Which in Latin means Great Charter. Name the document. Ridgemont, Mike?
Magna Carta.
Right. One of the last Plantagenet rulers, Edward III, who ruled from 1327 to 1377, was responsible for leading England into a lengthy war with France. What was this war called? Sean?
100 Years War.
Right. A 30-point snap out to end the game. Who became Prime Minister following the death of Sir John A. Macdonald? Derek?
Mackenzie.
Lisgar? John?
Moray.
Wrong. Sir John Abbott. The wealthy Irving family is traditionally associated with what province? Jeff?
New Brunswick.
Right. Which military conflict was ended by the Treaty of Vereeniging?
Spanish Civil War?
Wrong. Lisgar? Okay, the Boer War. Which dramatist wrote the play Man and Superman? Sean?
Bernard Shaw.
Right. Who was the first American in space on May 5th, 1961? Alfred?
John Glenn?
Wrong. Ridgemont? Tony?
Shepherd.
Shepherd is right. With which country would I associate the late political leader Haile Selassie? Derek?
Ethiopia.
Right. In which year did the Parti Québécois first gain control? John?
76.
Right. Which poet wrote the lines, "Brooks succeed and lives fail"? Derek?
France.
Wrong. Lisgar?
Yeats.
Wrong. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. In what small southern Ontario town is the Shaw Festival held? Alfred?
No. Sorry.
Ridgemont?
Niagara Lake.
Right.
Yep.
What British dramatist, author of St. Joan is Sean?
Shaw.
Right. What Victorian dramatist and wit said, quote, "An idea that is not dangerous is unworthy of being called an idea"? Alfred?
Wrong.
Wrong. Richmond? Okay. Oscar Wilde? In what city would I find Hadrian's tomb? Derek?
Alexander.
Wrong. Richmond? Lisgar? Sean? Right. What kind of reptile is an anaconda? Derek?
Snake.
Right. And it's a game?
Right, good game. No, you have a chance to bring up any questions right now, because I think it's now got to go to point spreads to determine the fourth place team. Okay, and I hope that it's not really close. But that's it. Thanks a lot. Good game. That's the last game.